Hello everyone. This is Oni, and today for you, I have a review for a game called 41 Hours. Um, this game was developed by an indie studio known as Texelworks and brought to PC, and then East Asia Soft helped publish it to consoles, and it released in October of 2022. Um, Fair warning, or I guess just a disclaimer, a code was provided by East Asia Soft for the purpose of this review, but that in no way affects anything. So we're just going to get down into it right now and get on with the review. As Ethan, you jump through wormholes to try and find a universe where your wife Clara is still alive. Instead, you find someone who looks just like her, a cyborg known as Leah, who has 41 hours before she's going to be taken offline because she hasn't checked into the cyborg offices yet. So you and her go on a journey to try and stop her from being decommissioned, or at least something along those lines. I'll be honest, the story in this game made absolutely no sense at all. It was jumping all over the place, it was incoherent, and the voiced lines and the comic book strip styled cutscenes left me more in disbelief about how bad they're delivered to actually pay attention to whatever the hell is actually happening. Even when I did try to pay attention, it made no sense, especially when it came to scene changes. One second I was in a science facility, hacking computers to try and find Leah, only to step through a door and be in one of the 7 circles of hell as I'm sitting there going, how did I end up here? What is going on? So maybe I'm not the best person to ask about anything when it comes to the situation in the story, but when it comes to the rest of the game, well, it's kind of hit and miss. Mostly miss, to be honest. The game is a fast and frenetic time that reminds me a lot of past shooters, like the original Far Cry or Crysis. I was always zooming around the map at crazy speeds, and I felt awesome because of it. The gunplay was alright. The guns felt alright to use, except the biggest issue is that the bullets just don't go straight. This is a huge issue, especially when I'm trying to snipe enemies from far away, and I can't even hold my breath. It doesn't help that even with a silencer, the enemies knew exactly where I was. You can put attachments on your guns, but it's so unfriendly in the controls that I felt like I was trying to remember how to do a damn fatality in Mortal Kombat. Hold this button and press this button to switch this attachment, or to add this attachment, or use this ability. Just give me a damn menu, or a choice wheel while holding R1 or something. The game has some super moves you get at your disposal, like the ability to go invisible to sneak past enemies, or if you're like me, you just slow down time the entire game. This gave me the chance to dodge damage, and if I got hit, it was only for half damage. The best time I had in the game was sliding into enemies in slow motion, which killed them instantly, and watching them ragdoll around never got old. The levels took place in giant sandboxes that were mostly empty, and had you always running from one side to the other to do your objective. Luckily, the objective is always marked for you, or I'd be lost constantly while running around. It didn't help that while you ran, you had to hold the sprint button as opposed to toggling the sprint. Sure, it was unlimited, but you could at least save the player's muscles by not making them hold the button through these giant landscapes. A few levels have some platformings that require you to either jump generally from platform to platform, and some that require you to use telekinesis and build up a platform. These both had their issues. With telekinesis, you could not rotate the items you have held at all. This made it extremely difficult to position anything. Oh, sure, I can move it closer to me or further away, but what good does that do? When I had to jump from platforms, especially ones that are moving, I found myself propelled off of them in the direction the platform was moving, even if I went off it backwards, while being slow. It was aggravating and it made me rage a ton. Why have these mechanics if you're not gonna fine tune them? I don't know what else to say. The game is not great. Sure, I had fun sliding around really fast, but outside of that, there's so many issues. It doesn't even have a story to save it. I don't think I could recommend this game. It doesn't help that it's advertised as a 20-hour journey, but I had it done in maybe 6 hours. Just lies and tragedies everywhere. And that's why I'm giving 41 hours a measly 3 out of 10. So I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope you enjoyed this, uncut footage that clearly shows some issues with the game. And if you'd like the written article for the review, I have it posted down below. You can find it on Node Gamers. I also have my Twitter posted down below if you'd like to keep caught up with me. If you'd like to talk to me about this review, past reviews, anything really, I have a Discord link to the Node Gamers Discord down in the description below. So for now, I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night. And until next time, goodbye.